right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
On the ready.
50 minus 50. Defense wins championships, baby.
Looking to throw on second down. Newell. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
We got three. We got it.
On third down, Newell. From left side, it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ready.
Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? Watch the out. Watch the out.
Hit it.
To throw on second down, Newell throwing right, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Operate Newell.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll try the left side. Buckley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Set. 60 outlaw. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies fight.
On third down, Cleveland. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 46. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
On 2nd down, it's Lawson. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Well, look now at our starting defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he's got his man on the comebacker. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 98 yards, too shy of 100.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Holmes has got it complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rollins, and he will take it in for the touchdown. From 10 yards out, and his guys have taken the lead.
You got cute, son. He took you to
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Throwing on first down. Newell, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. On first down, Newell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Looking to throw. Newell firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check.
They run the counter. Buckley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And he whips that one incomplete there. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Hey, check
From the gun, Newell. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
The offense now at the line, ready for the... And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
To throw on 3rd down, Rollins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
60 Pittsburgh.
That's what I do.
They'll run on first down. Buckley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Off play action. Newell. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Go ahead, see. You can't stop me.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Oklahoma City has the football here to begin the second quarter. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
70, Indy.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Operating from the gun, Newell. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Throwing to start the drive. Rollins is caught. Reception by Holmes. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now a give right side. It's Lawson, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Right back to him on first down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Rollins. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Going to give this time to the tailback. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready, set.
21, right 21, check right 21. It's our field. It's our field.
Go. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Rollins. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Rollins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Read.
Here we go. Shoot!
Ready?
Throw left side complete. It's Holmes. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rollins. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
65. Check 50. Check 50.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. To throw on 2nd down. Newell. And he fires one incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display.
Think about turning it upfield. And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Down. 18 Gator.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st down. It's Flowers. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the split. Watch the split. Watch the split.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And this will be taken at the 13.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul-searching now. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Off the play fake. Newell. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Taking it about the 16.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it. Have to touch it multiple times in order to have success.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Newell, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Come on, set, 8, read.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Show it up.
Let go.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So here's the home side to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
It's a gain of 5.
Looking to throw on second down. Newell. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10.
They'll run on first down. Buckley, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw now on second and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Ready. 10-2 stop. Check.
Throwing on first down. Newell looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ramirez. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it first and goal to go. Looking to throw. Newell. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on third and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
A try here for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
On first down, Rollins. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Throw left side complete. That's Holmes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first and 10, Rollins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rollins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before break. Newell, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin with a good one in the NFC. Minnesota heading west to take on Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the second quarter. The Seahawks trying to get a step closer to the playoffs and run their mark to 8-4. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. 17-7, the final score. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Rams. The Niners are sinking fast in the playoff race, but could get back to 5-7 with a win. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentator, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On second down now. It's Lawson looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
60 Pittsburgh.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. From the gun on third down. Newell. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Well, they bring their punter out there now. He's been terrific so far. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep running.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Check back 21.
2nd and 4. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. On first down, it's Lawson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Lawson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Rollins. Going right side here, and that's complete. 33 yards that time.
Here we go. Here we go.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Check it back.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this will be incomplete. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Rollins. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
I'm here all day.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On second down, Buckley. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
We own them. Watch twitch. Watch
Throwing on first down. Newell, quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing that.
They'll keep it on the ground. Buckley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To throw on second down. Newell. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's go. 70, Indy. They gonna need some therapy after this. 5.
Right back to him on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Off play action. Rollins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Holmes. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rollins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Check three, check three, check three.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long. To throw on 3rd down, Rollins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard. So here's the home side to take over on offense. Did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Over the middle, complete. That's Ramirez. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Newell. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
On 2nd down now, Buckley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, Newell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
17-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
On third down, Cleveland. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Cleveland. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. 2nd and 6. And now he will have a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
But this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd down, it's Lawson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Looking to throw. Rollins. Open man is Holmes. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
30 base. Check back 21, check back 21.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lawson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Rollins. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over.
Yeah,
I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive. Newell, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Newell, complete. Richardson has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On first down, Newell. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ramirez. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newell, quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Newell, throw left side, complete. It's Ramirez.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
On the ready.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Get it. Clear.
They'll keep it on the ground. Buckley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They come out here in the eye. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
And this one is right through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they looked like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. The throw over the middle taken in. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. They'll run on first down. Harper. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check. Keep him.
Now a give, right side. Buckley. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Come on, let's go. Ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. down by 10. And time, a huge factor. On 1st and 10, Rollins firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2nd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Back to throw. Rollins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2nd and 9 now. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Throwing on first down. Rollins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On 2nd down now. It's Flowers. And he gets it down to the 32. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rollins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harper.
Get to the ball. Get to the ball.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Oklahoma City, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8, and they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Salt Lake City, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.